Over-engineering is the act of solving a problem while optimizing for other tertiary conditions that are unlikely to be true, thereby driving up cost. Smartphones are over-engineered beasts. Over-engineering the smartphone has brought out some great innovations, like the foldable phone. However, sometimes it can be overkill, as the below examples will show. We are cutting down the last bits of bezel in an attempt to make it all screen. The processor speeds are increasing beyond the point where there is nothing really perceptible for the user. Memory has increased to a point where it's no longer something that makes a difference to the performance. Cameras are becoming more and more powerful that for an average user the sensible difference doesn't matter or isn't obvious. Yet if you look at smartphone as a proving ground for what's to come, it all begins to make sense. Using fingers to scroll up and down your screen? Now that's too passé. Why not eyes instead? This feature debuted in the Samsung Galaxy S4 to hush in an era of no-touch touchscreens. The movement of your eyes contours the screen. While people do like remaining glued to their smartphones, this feature soon became a hassle and many disabled it. With facial recognition making passwords a thing of the past, smartphones have become much more convenient to use. One phone decided to up the ante by providing users the ability to unlock their phones merely by using their bat. Using the Micromax Canvas 4, a pull of air is enough to unlock your phone. Goodbye phone security. Whoever launched the P8 with an interesting gesture, knuckle sense. It enables users to use their knuckle to interact with the device. One such interaction is double tapping the display with the user's knuckle to take a screenshot. The device, however, had difficulties differentiating between knuckles and fingers, so a lot of accidental selfies were taken. Gaming was a pain, and the best part, you couldn't disable it. 4K displays provide 4 times more pixels than standard HD. The Sony Xperia Z5 Premium became the first to offer this feature. While more pixels would mean better resolution displays, there is not much noticeable change from a regular 720p smartphone. Smartphones have smaller displays when compared to TVs, so pixel density would be higher, which is a lot more for a human eye to process details. Plus, they guzzle down battery power. Are you a fan of minimalism? Then the Palm smartphone is meant for you. This phone is touted to bring down your dependence of your large phone and its multitudes of apps. Think of it as a smartwatch since you can only buy it as an add-on. You can't just go buy it independently or unlocked as your primary phone. Who knew smartphones needed companions? Pop-up selfie camera is one of the over-engineered products as well. It is hard to understand why do you want to complicate the process, which is more simple. Isn't it convenient to just directly open the camera app in phone and click a picture? Instead, the same process now takes more time, more moving parts, more care. We know that the companies do a lot of hard work to develop such technology, no doubt. But we need to think that do we really need such technology? Nowadays, mobile phones have become more of a playing device and less productive. We spend a lot of time on our phones, of which higher time is for entertainment only rather than being productive. People tend to spend a lot of and hefty sum on mobile phones, and these manufacturers take it as an opportunity and earn a lot from us. They are over-engineering in places like thinness and aesthetics too. They need to look sleeker. But most of us would gladly take a phone double in thickness for a much larger battery, much larger storage, and maybe even more I/O. They could be more durable. They could make cameras better with more room. They could even add headphone jacks. So it depends on your point of view. To the companies, they are engineered exactly where they want them to be. For some customers, they are over-engineered in some aspects and lacking in others. In recent years, the design of smartphones has become homogenized, leaving anyone who wants niche features, like a hardware keyboard for those who type a lot, or even a smaller phone for people with smaller hands, out in the cold. Take a look at flagship phones from Apple, Google, Samsung, or even the beleaguered Huawei, and you will see largely the same thing. A mostly featureless slab, the screen taking up as much as the front as physically possible. The camera might bulge out of the back a bit. There will be 3, maybe 4 buttons on the side. By focusing most of their marketing efforts on a cohesive product line, Samsung, Apple, and to a lesser extent Google can ensure there is always a hype for their newest phone. In the process, whether intentional or not, they are also creating a self-fulfilling doomsday prophecy for any other features consumers might want. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I upload a new video. Thanks.